afternoon. My name is Isabel Abaunza, and I'm here from Call for Baltimore. So a few years ago, I had the urge to look for something to do outside my regular job and my regular life. So I'm from Mexico, and I moved to Baltimore at the beginning of 2015. So I didn't know many people, but my husband's family and my new coworkers. So someone recommended the Meetup app. I looked for different options, and there were many in the city. Then I saw the Call for Baltimore group. I thought, I don't know how to code, but I was being curious, so maybe I'd be interesting to learn. So I decided to go. The first meeting was really welcoming. The first thing I said was, I don't know how to code, so I'm not sure I'm in the right place. The co-leader at the time was very open and said, that's okay. We need different kinds of people to work on projects. So I stayed. I listened to the presentation of the projects they were working on at the time. I felt I could actually do something with this group. So I would like to learn, and since I'm a designer, I kept learning and going to the meetings bi-weekly. After a few months, the co-leader at the time moved to another city and asked for volunteers to lead the brigade. At the time, I knew a little bit more about the project, so I offered to be a part of the leadership team. As in my day job, I have the opportunity to coordinate a group of student volunteers, connecting low-income families with diverse resources in the community and government benefits such as SNAP and Medicaid. So through this job, I have seen the needs of the community and their connection to these resources. At the same time, I have the opportunity to partner with many government workers, and I see that they were doing great work, but still have many pain points because of the systems they have to work with. So I'm glad I can be kind of a bridge between these communities. Since then, I've been co-leading this brigade, and I've had the opportunity to meet many people from diverse organizations like Baltimore UX Meetup, Baltimore Blog Techies, among others. I have been able to work on some projects and collaborate with my skills, and most important, my perspective. One of the main projects the team worked on these past 2 years is called Healthcare Roll Call. It's a system to help the city track the electrical power status of healthcare providers in the event of a disaster. At the time, our colleague Mike was working at the health department, and he recommended us to work on the project. We had a few meetings with the users of the system at the health department. We got together to discuss their needs and understand their priorities. At the time, all they were using was spreadsheets with names of the facilities and phone numbers, as we all have, right? So we did some research to learn about other cities that have these type of needs and systems to be able to determine what would be the best solution for this type of problem. Our technical lead was Jason, was amazing at explaining the diversity of options and systems that will work for this project, and encourage our volunteers to take on different tasks to be able to work and to have a functioning prototype and go from there. In the middle of this, he realized that an API contact management system was needed. An API, for those of us who don't know, is an application programming interface, which is a software that works as an intermediary that allows two applications to talk to each other. So he connected with other brigades in other cities to find out if they were already working on something similar, or if they would be interested in using this system to make it a multi-state project. I know he connected with Call for Montana, and like I said, I don't know how to code, so I can't explain the technical side of this system, but this part of the project is called Be More Responsive, and it is a simple, flexible API to support emergency response coordinations. So this will make it easier for the health department to coordinate the response in the case of emergencies. The beginning of this project coincided with the beginning of the pandemic, which made it even more relevant at the time. For the same reason, we had to switch to online meetings, and we continue to work on the development of the project. The health department was able to integrate the system, making it easier for them to track and coordinate their response. and be able to get rid of spreadsheets. This is just one example of some of the things that government organizations and brigades can work on together. We definitely need people from different backgrounds and perspectives to collaborate. These past 2 years have been challenging for everyone, but I want to emphasize that this work would not be possible without volunteers who bring their diverse skills to complete each piece of a project. So if you work in government and want to bring a project to a brigade, or if you have a number of skills and want to share them, please join one of our meetings, and let's continue to learn and collaborate to make services accessible for everyone. Thank you.